matchup that almost has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. Two stars colliding here. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Tigers will kick this away to start us off. And he's going to bring this out from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job of the coverage team. So the LSU Tigers offense comes on the field first today. Let's check out the impact players in this game. There are guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. They're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's running back in the flat. Looks like LSU has the first down. And it's a bunch formation. First down, looking to throw the ball. Boom, a quick juke. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And this pass is caught. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Hill. And they convert on 3rd down. Move the ball to the 36. LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matches.
Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
This just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Fights off a defender. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Tigers come to the line to run the hurry up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now 4th down. And here comes the punter onto the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And that mighty Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Quick throw to the left side. Gets made on the out route. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Running with purpose. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
What a threat for this offense to have a weapon like this at quarterback. Down in the red zone, surveying the coverage, nobody open, so he does it himself with his legs and gets to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring him out. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. That's reeled in. It's Davidson. Spin move and still going. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. An inside deal now from the shotgun. Stop right there at the line. No gain. And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Mays. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The shotgun handoff here. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Eventually they tackled him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. The Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball in the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. A long-distance bomb. It's good from 57 out.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
The They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Offense getting set. It's second down. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete, but yeah, here comes a penalty marker now. That should be a drive-extending first down. That penalty would be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I'm sure that player is going to get an earful from the coach. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep down the left side. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw. Catch made on the outbound. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Took contact on the throw. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Makes the catch downfield. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. And the Tigers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
Play fake, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the defender a little too aggressive here. That should result in a first down. So the pass interference in the end zone will cost the defense 15 yards and move the offense closer now into scoring position. Quarterback keeps the football. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, there it is, Chris. One of the most dangerous plays in college football, the option. What's even more dangerous, as a defender, you have no clue if he's going to pull it, tuck it, throw it. That time, he took it himself, fooling the defense all the way to the end zone.
Extra point try coming now. The PAT puts them up 3. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Makes an open space. Ah, here he goes. They finally bring him down, but what an explosive play that time. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he throws his third interception of the day. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that 5th defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
Rock and roll, baby.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Using his legs, it's Davidson. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. The Tigers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Now it's 2nd down here. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. Tight end makes the grab. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking ankles out there. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Grab down the middle. It's Mays. They bring him down after a short gain there. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. And the Tigers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Clemson.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT gives them a 10-point lead, 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Green.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to...
Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. Let's see if they found some solutions at halftime. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback, when he keeps the ball. A lot of times, it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Well, they try the middle, but stop for no gain. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the Tigers will have to kick it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. Fair catch made at the 20. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. A short completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The offense going with the hurry up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Breaks into the clear. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. So the offense obviously declines that penalty in the defense, and the touchdown will stand. And now here comes the point after attempt. PHC is good, but still trail, though. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The play fake, looking to throw on first down. Grab made by the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. They pick up the first on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The Tigers will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. He's going to try to return the punt. And they've got the returner corralled. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And the completion made. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Getting set. Here's second down. Grab down the middle. It's Hill. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Back to throw again. Hook near the sticks. It's Hill. Looks like LSU has the first down. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Here's the option play. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for the wide out. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. 2nd down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, LSU, to put them on top now.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT trial. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Using his leg, it's Davidson. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And the Tigers will crank up the tempo. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved in catching passes. That's tough to stop. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. And the receivers got it. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Nice catch by the receiver along the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. They mix it up with a run. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Hand off to the right side. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. Now run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Looks like Clemson will have the first down. After a clutch conversion on 4th down, let's see if they keep feeding the running back here. Play action here on first down. Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Tigers. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
What a great call here by the offensive coordinator to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And even though you're close to the end zone, you can still throw it and use the timing to your advantage and allow this receiver to be able to walk into the end zone.
An important PAT now to make this a three-point game. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple. Oh, it's a fumble. Who's going to come up with it? It's grabbed by the kicking team.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Tigers will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. From their own 7, it's now second and long.
Boy, you talk about blowing a play up. What a job by this kid.
Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's hauled in, catch lane way downfield. He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the extra point gets it within 3, 31-28. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Hamilton. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Leaning on the run game here late. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Great cut, they whiff on him. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a quarterback keeper. Makes a nice move there. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there. Timeout taken on defense. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. They'll ride the back again here. He gets loose. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down. First down here for this offense. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and the Mustangs will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, SMU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Knight. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He's got him in the flat. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rush is on him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wheeler. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Holds and fires complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this center downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling in the first place.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He makes a catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. He's got him this time. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the 1st. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wheeler. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Trying the left side. Powers through the defender. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carry-On. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to...
Oh, it's out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. What a disappointment. No good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
The AT unit on the field. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 20 over Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Mustangs will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the move, he fires. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, a lot of space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the upright, just 28-13. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Complete to start this drive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete and charged loose by the hit. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Mustangs want to move quickly. Play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll try to pop the draw. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Handoff from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Sets up the screen.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The give to the tailback. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Mustangs have it with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go in. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll go right back to him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. The play action fake. Grab near the marker, it's Knight. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Got to give this team credit, guys, because good teams find ways to win games. I know they were their favorite coming into this one, but they get the touchdown when they need it. You got to convert the two-point play to tie this thing up. There's still time left at the end of this game, but you feel like the momentum is now back on their side.
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. Off the play fake. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. And it's on the ground. Across the 45. At the 45, on its way.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Using the quick game. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today, and hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.